Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyre69. Welcome back to the channel. The AMX M4 Mule 54 has finally arrived in World of Tanks Blitz in time for Christmas. Now, this tank is a very, very good tank, but don't get your hopes up, guys, because it's going to be very difficult to be able to get the tank. First up, we're going to look at the stats. Now, I am running this with extra hit points, so it gives you 2,650 hit points, which is good for a heavy tank. That's up there with the E100. 300 millimeters of turret armor, 300 and 200 millimeters of hull armor. Insane. 2,500 DPM, which is about average for a heavy. Reload is 11.2. Penetration, again, standard 260 on your AP, on your normal AP, 310 on your premium AP, and 65 on your HE. Where this stands out is that damage. The average damage per shot is 480 on your normal round, 400 on your premium round, and 620 on your HE. 8 degrees of gun depression, aim time 4 seconds, dispersion 0.344, speed 45 kilometers. Now, this is what I'm running on my equipment. Pretty standard. You can even run the gun rammer. It does drop your DPM by a little bit. I run it with the rammer. You can run it with calibrated shells. Again, this is totally up to you, what you want to run. And again, you can run it with the enhanced armor, or you can run it with the improved assembly to give it more hit points. I run it with the more hit points because I think it's got enough armor. This is my standard provisions as well, and my standard consumables. Now, I only showed them because people have been asking, but I don't really show what I run it with, because normally most of my tanks are run with the pretty much the same lineup. Now, it's going to be very difficult to be able to get this tank. Of course, it is in the Christmas event, the snow globes, and probably to be able to get this tank, you might have to spend quite a few $100 or dollars, euros, pounds, whatever country you are in. Just like a couple of years ago, the T22, which cost around £500 to be able to get. I'm assuming this will be pretty much the same to guarantee the tank. Of course, you might get lucky and you might be able to get the tank in the snow globe. Now, if you do get it in a free snow globe or very cheap, you're getting a fantastic tank. And as we know, most of the time Wargaming put OP tanks in the Christmas globes. Like last year, the VK90 wasn't a great tank, but when testing, but they buffed it, and now it is a fantastic tank. I wouldn't call it OP. The time before that, of course, the T22 medium, completely OP, and now this, which is up there. Now, this has been nerfed a few times. We have tested it a few times. Now, I can't really talk about it during test, but on my main account, this is actually my highest average damage tank in the game. So work out yourself what you think of this tank. Now, it's still a really good tank even after the nerfs. I don't know if Wargaming should have nerfed it more. I don't think it needs the 480 alpha. Definitely, maybe 440, 460 or whatever, but I don't think, or even 420, and reload a little bit less maybe. But with the 480 alpha, you are constantly, almost, I'd say 80% of the time, hitting over 500 damage per shot. So for a heavy, doing that damage per shot is really insane. Now, I absolutely love this tank, and unfortunately, it is coming in the snow globes. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on the tank. There's no point. I'd love the tank in my garage, but I have tested it. I've got the ace. I've got pretty good stats in it. I've got it on my press account if I really want to play it. So I might spend a little bit on it, but not too much. I don't want to waste too much money this time of the year, especially to try and get the tank. It will come back, of course. It will come back. Whether it will be like the T22, so far since the T22 has arrived, it has only ever come back in crates. It's never been sold for money. It's never been sold for gold. I'm pretty certain this may be like the T22, because you sell this tank for gold, everyone's going to want it. Everyone's going to want it because eventually it will probably come for, say, 20k gold the next time round, or it might actually be in crates the next time round, and then maybe the time after that it will be for around 20k gold. And when that time comes, yeah, there's going to be quite a few of these tanks around. So I don't want that because it is a broken tank. It is an OP tank. Still, even after the nerfs, it is a really good tank. So hopefully not too many people get this tank. But if you do get the tank, congratulations, because you're getting an awesome tank. It really is nice for a French tank. The turret armor itself, I mean, 300 millimeters with the 8 degrees of gun depression on top of that, and the 200 millimeters of hull armor. If you can use that gun depression, you're going to bounce almost anything that comes your way. Now this game we bounced 1800, which is still pretty good considering there's not many positions to get in hold down positions. It's a good credit earner. It is a good credit earner, 124,000 credits there. We do get the ace. It's a pretty easy tank to ace at the moment because not many people are playing the tank. Not many people have got the tank, and even during testing you'd pretty much ace it every game. Not because it was easy to ace, because you're always doing well. Now this game, I kind of mess up this game, and I play really aggressive towards the end, and I didn't actually realize what the damage I was on. And that's the best thing about having them high rolls at 500. You do build up your damage really quickly, and you kind of forget what kind of damage you want. Now when this game finished, I actually sat there and thought, wow, where did that damage come from? Now straight off the bat, 508 roll into that AMX, and that's what I mean. Like, you get so many rolls of that kind of damage. 508. So we are going to play a little bit stupid here at the beginning. We are going to take a few unnecessary shots. We took one there from an E100. We're now taking one there, I think, from the maybe the AMX there. So we are going to just push a little bit forward just to hide from them guys. I don't know how that shot got out, but again, a nice roll into that AMX, and he's pretty much a one shot, and he's going to die very soon. So we have the Sheridan to our left. We are going to get a shot into him. That was a low roll at 428, and that's actually an extremely low roll for this tank, a 428 with your normal AP. But at the moment, I can now see the team is flanking around, so I want to try and stop them. I want to support the E100. The E100 is pretty much there on his own, and because he's in that position on his own, the red team are going to focus him more than anyone else. Now, we are going to get a high roll into the Motion, and we're going to get a 500 roll into him. And you can see there, we're not even trying to really angle, and we managed to bounce that E100. This IS-7 is a little bit stupid. He's trying to drop down to get shots on the E100. He doesn't quite realise that I'm there, but of course I still need to hide from that E100, and we are actually going to take out that IS-7. So that's now 3.3k damage. We're on 1.2k block damage. And our E100 has actually gone. So we're going to switch to the Pramo there. 354 roll with the Pramo into that guy. So again, it's a big difference from shooting Pramo. So if you can, try and shoot your normal round. Whether you run the calibrated shells because of it, but you do a lot of damage. Now this is going to be a nice shot, just over 600 damage into that waffle. That pushes us up now to 4.3k damage. It doesn't feel like I've done that damage. Now we are going to take a shot, again an unnecessary shot from that E100, and this is where we play a little bit aggressive. This is where I should have just sort of, you know what, maybe rushed the waffle, fair enough, and then maybe just back out. But we're going to get another HE shot into him, 600 damage. That clears him for our second kill, and now we're actually pushing around. I didn't actually expect this Motion to come start chasing me. I was hoping to get the rear of that E100, and we do take a shot. And now we're a two shot to this guy. I need to still be careful of that E100 because I'm a one shot to him, and I just want to get close. And you can see you're not going to bounce everything that comes your way. We're only actually going to get one more shot into this motion because the E100 actually turns around and he does come for me, which is unfortunate because I do finish on 6.3k damage and there is a lot of damage. If that E100 wouldn't have turned around to come after me, or if I wouldn't have played so aggressively or even taken them shots that I didn't really need to take, then I could have actually finished on over 8,000 damage this game quite easily. But we are now trying to rely on our team. The three down the bottom, really, these guys here haven't got a clue. This T55A doesn't have a clue. And even the E100, to be honest, the E100 could be clearing the T30 now. The only tank here that can clear him in a one shot. But instead he goes for the tank that has no penetration and that will struggle to penetrate him. And he could have won this game, but it wasn't to be. Still a good game from me, 1200 damage, and we end on 6.3k damage. And again, the credits earn 122,000. So that is it, guys. An OP tank in the Christmas event. You get it in the snow globes. I don't know how much you're going to have to spend, but hopefully you don't have to spend so much. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With